Hey guys, it's Paul and Jang, and we'll be talking about starting a drop shipping store, and just basically review the business model. Read this is off of Shopify.com. They have a blog on passive income ideas, and there's 30 out there, so I'm doing a series on this. But we have here our drop shipping store. It says an upfront time commitment of two, a final investment of one, and passive income potential three. I think this is misleading. Well, let me tell you what drop shipping is. Basically, what you do is you you basically have an e-commerce store. Guess where you could get one? Shopify, right? So you get a Shopify store, and you're gonna put up product, and your product someone's gonna buy it off of your Shopify store, and then your supplier on the back end will manufacture, package it, and send it over to fulfillment. So you don't have to basically do anything. You just have to bring in the client. So this passive income potential, I think, is pretty good. The upfront financial investment, I think this is misleading, and your upfront time commitment, I think that's about right. Let me tell you how I laid it out. So your money potential, I think, is 8. I think there's real money in dropshipping. I think people have done really well with it. I think even the speed that you could get it, I think it's pretty high, 7. Your time investment, I think, is pretty good. Once you set it up, I think it's, um, you just check up on it. You make sure your flow is good. You see that you're profitable. Um, in terms of your money investment, this is where I think this is a little bit misleading. Your upfront financial investment, this is not the case. Like your uh, if you just get a Shopify store and you put product up on it and you had someone on the back end fulfill it. So let's just say like Nike. Let's just say you had you were selling shoes from Nike, and you had Nike willing to manufacture it and send it through your store, right? Well, there's a problem here in that you don't have any branding, you don't have any people visiting your website. Where are you going to get those people? And for what I see with drop shipping, it's almost always inevitably going to be ad spend. You're going to have to spend money to direct traffic over to your site so that you could sell something, and there's a significant upfront financial investment. So a lot of what I think is going on is you need to basically test out your products that you have, find some kind of traffic source and bring them over to your drop shipping store and try selling them on something. Ideally, what it's really going to take, if you want this low financial investment, is that you already need a pretty significant big email list with some kind of channel on YouTube or podcasts or blogging that you're getting traffic over, right? And you're gonna bring them over to the store. There's Otherwise you're gonna have to spend ad money. Either you're gonna have a significant time investment, or you've already have that right with a YouTube channel of some sort, right? Some kind of way to bring people, or you need to spend a significant amount of money doing this ad traffic, and hopefully you're profiting. The only thing is, like, since most people are doing this, this is pretty competitive. I'd say how difficult is the work? I wouldn't say it's difficult creating the store, setting things up. Shopify has a list of different manufacturers that you could connect with, right, that would do fulfillment. That's not the hard part. It's actually getting the sales, right? The fact that this is a business model and that there's going to be manufacturers is because someone's willing to do the manufacturing and fulfillment, because you have a different value proposition. You are bringing people to buy that product, right? And for that, they will do the other stuff. So in that case, I give it a 3 out of 10. It's a little bit more difficult. I had a virtual assistant that saw some kind of a similar article to this, and didn't think it would cost a lot of time, not cost a lot of money. She was from the Philippines, and she dropped out of this because once you get into it, I just think it's not. It's a little bit more difficult than people make it out to be. To at least get to the point where you're making like significant amounts of money. Is it scalable? If you set this up right, I think it's much more scalable because you have potentials to sell product over and over again, right? If you're going to do shoes, if you if you brought traffic over and you sold the shoes, you can do that over and over again if you're bringing in new leads, right? New potential customers that might be interested in buying your shoes, or you know whatever shoes that you're selling with your manufacturer, right? So is it competitive? Um, I think the drop shipping world is pretty competitive. Because you like think about it, you're having branded product of some sort, someone else's product, and you're not in control of it. And what you're doing is you're putting it on a store and competing with Amazon. You're competing with Amazon. You're competing with Walmart. You're competing with other drop shippers. You're competing with multiple people, and so in that regard, I think it's very competitive. Is it location specific? Um, since it's an online type of business, and someone else is going to do the manufacturing and fulfillment, it's not going to require you to be at a certain place. So in this regard, it's very valuable. If you ever wanted to be overseas or anything like that, you can do it from the Philippines or where else. I think that gives it high scores. But when I think about it, overall, the competition, the kind of not exactly sure about the money investment, not exactly sure with how to get that going with the traffic source, unless you have a traffic like consistent traffic source. I don't know. I rank this a little bit lower than my land business. It's better if you had nothing and you only had your job and you needed something, right? What this basically does is it flips some of your time and money commitment into something that has more potential to make money, right? So you're acknowledging that there's serious competition in the drop shipping world, but it's scalable. There's potential to make money. And so uh, what you could do is, if you have a 9 to 5 job, your 9 to 5 job could act as kind of a base floor of potential, um, just getting by, and then your drop shipping store can be something that, like, oh, there's like potential here. I think land investing and other business models out there are better than the drop shipping model. But if you like disagree really hard with what scores I gave, then um, you know adjust your numbers and be like, yeah, it's significantly better. Like, Paul, you're crazy. Like, dropshipping is like the best. You know what I really think about dropshipping? It's really good. It's competitive, and in terms of time and money, it's kind of fluid. There's money to be made. It could be quick, um, and you just take take that with a grain of salt from at least everything that I've seen. The kind of things that I've seen with dropshipping is like you sell these kitten, like very niche, like uh kitten you know keychains and stuff, very niche, for like $6-7, and you do Facebook ad targeting to reach all the kitty lovers, right? And you try to sell them and sell it to them maybe in bulk, and if they buy it in bulk, you get a discount. Like, that's the kind of stuff. I don't know. Is that really sustainable? Maybe. There's a lot of kitten lovers, and then you just keep selling them on different kitten products. Right, so you go from kitten keychains to kitten handkerchiefs, kitten um, shirts, kitten sweaters. So there's a path forward to this. It's just um, I'm not sure. I think there's easier stuff out there, my personal opinion. So that's it. If you like this series, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I am heavily involved in land investing. It is how my wife and I got out of our jobs. So we replaced our 9 to 5 job with land investing. Um, specifically getting owner financing. I would say it's a pretty boring type of business. It is more of an investment. So there's more of a money component that you need if you don't have. But I think in terms of your time commitment, it's one of the best. Um, so that's it. It's very strong in certain areas and not as strong as some of the others. But I'm kind of looking, and I'm pretty happy with where land investing is in the grand scheme of things. I am probably going to put a link with some kind of um, some kind of list like this, with the descriptions and scores that I've come up with, and you use it as a reference point to kind of figure out, like, what type of side hustles you might be interested in, or finding other opportunities, things like that. So if you're interested in that, that'll be in the description below. If you are interested in land investing, it's a potential business. Um, um, Check that out in the description below as well. Take care. Have a good one.